Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Michalowski from ForexLive.com. This is a Kickstart video. Today's date is July 29, 2024. In the Kickstart video for this Monday, I take a look at three of the major currency pairs: the euro versus US dollar, the dollar versus yen, and the sterling versus US dollar from a technical perspective. So let's get started. Looking at the hourly chart in the euro versus US dollar in the Friday video, looking forward to this week, I spoke about a couple key levels in play this week, and one of them was right up here near the 1.08725 level. That level corresponded with these highs and lows going back in time here. You can see the floor right here before we broke to the downside right here, and we haven't been above that level since. In trading last week, we came up to close to it right here and here again on Friday, and in trading here today, what do? We went right up toward that level, kind of tested this high from Thursday and found willing sellers again. So staying below that level kept the sellers more in control, and the price moved below the 100-hour moving average. And then the other level I was looking at was a 38.2% retracement, that of the move up from this low going back to the month of June to the high price that we saw in the month of July. Admittedly, last week the price fell below that level a number of different times, but could not sustain momentum below on each of those moves. And then on Friday we started to find support also right here against that level when we moved higher. So getting below that level and staying below that level, which we pretty much did here. We moved it just a little bit above on the corrective move right here, but then rotated to the downside, kept the sellers more in control, and we did break to new lows. New lows going back to back here, I guess, in the middle or July 10th or thereabouts. We're also down testing the 100 or 200-day moving average. That's the green line in this chart, and we are finding some support buyers actually moving a little bit below it right now at the 200-day moving average. So that's going to be key. And then we're going to look toward the 50% 100-day right here. So this cluster of support targets, defined by first the 200-day moving average, 50% retracement, 100-day moving average, is going to be key now and going forward, just like the other levels were. So if we hold support against that we want to watch what happens at the 38.2% retracement on any sort of rebound back to the upside. Conversely, if the price moves below that level, we want to see if the price can get below this cluster, the 50% and the 100-day moving averages are going to be key on the downside to increase the bearish bias in the euro versus US dollar. Let's take a look at the dollar yen next, and we looked at the 4-hour chart in the weekend video, and the levels of importance in that video were first at this area right through here, this yellow area, this swing area between 154.52 and 154.87, and you can see in trading here today at the beginning of the day in the first 4-hour bar, the price did move higher up toward that level, but found willing sellers, and we've been consolidating up and down since that time. Taking a look at the hourly chart, see if there's any clues. The hourly chart, well, there you go. We found resistant sellers against the 100-hour moving average here on Friday, and again in trading here today. So not only did that swing area right here provide resistance sellers, but also the falling 100-hour moving average. We're moving back toward that 100-hour moving average and the ups and downs that we're seeing in trading here today. If we do move above that level, it would tilt the bias from the intraday basis a little more to the upside, and then we'll have traders looking toward this swing area and the falling 200-hour moving average, not to mention the 100-day moving average. Up here would be other targets on the top side to get to and through to increase the bullish bias. Absent that, and the sellers still remain in control, we'll look down toward the low price from last week, ultimately down at the 151.93.7 if we can stay below that 100-hour moving average. So be aware, be prepared. Finally, let's take a look at the sterling versus US dollar. This on the 4-hour chart, and we look at this pair. We move back up toward the 100-bar moving average on the 4-hour chart in the early trading today, but found willing sellers. Also, that 38.2% retracement of this move to the upside was also breached briefly, but the market over the last couple bars have seen a rotation back to the downside. The level that I outlined in my weekend commentary was this area right through here, this swing area right here, encompassing different swing highs through here before breaking to the upside right through here. It also goes back to back here where we did find some sellers after the initial break to the upside here. The sellers came in here. So this area right through here between the 128.45 and 128.60 level was a key level to get to and through, and we did. We also broke below this the underside of this broken trend line. We are bouncing back toward that area right here. If the price can find willing sellers against this level, then we look up further down toward this 200 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart is the next target on the downside, followed by the 61.8% retracement in this swing area down here. Further lower, just for trading this week, is a 100 and 200 day moving average on the downside. If things start to really push to the downside, the Bank of England does meet this week, and it's sort of a 50-50 shot of whether they cut rates or keep rates unchanged. So that's going to have an influence. They meet on Thursday. Of course, the Federal Reserve meets on Wednesday this week. So both of those events are going to have an impact on the dollar and on the pound versus US dollar as well. So be aware, be prepared. But get above the 100 bar moving average on the 4-hour chart is more bullish for this currency pair. So there you have it, the Kickstart video to start off this Monday, July 29th. My name is Greg Michalowski. Good fortune with your trading. Bye-bye now.